Greetings, TheWarOwl greets you, and welcome to Owl Vision, 5-minute, forthright reviews of interactive cyber entertainment. We're trying new things, give it a shot, let me know. Islands of Nyne by Define Human Studios can best be described as another one of these games. We are concerned that Islands of Nyne may be replicating the experience for which PUBG is known. Also built on the Unreal Engine for Microsoft platforms, the game has been released into Early Access on July 12th. Islands of Nyne separates itself from other Battle Royale games by limiting the number of players to 50. The death circle also closes in based upon how many players remain. This allows for a faster paced, and quite frankly, a more fun experience. They've also focused on creating skill-based mechanics, so the better player tends to win. The title innovates in a very important way, by allowing players to warm up in the lobby while waiting for the game to start. All 50 players can choose to spawn into a gun game deathmatch hybrid mode, reminiscent of old-school arena shooters. Sadly, the pre-game is the most interesting part of the title. Once again, the map is rolling hills, trees, some houses, and long distances. Incredibly disappointing. It certainly does not properly utilize the unique mechanics of the game. The story of the map is that the landmarks from Earth have been relocated into this area, which to me sounds like a cheesy excuse to just litter the map with pre-built assets. The gameplay is more reminiscent of arcade shooters, with the aim down sight and sprint mechanics popularized by Call of Duty. The shooting mechanics have bullet travel time and bullet drop. The game also has recoil patterns. Shots always go where you're aiming, so recoil isn't as complex as Counter-Strike, but it can be learned through practice, which means you can get good. The movement is what I best describe as slow arena shooter. Momentum is preserved when jumping and limited to the maximum speed of the weapon you're using.
What are you doing with a knife?
What do you mean? I'm faster with the knife.
Indeed, I've found the best strategy with movement is to always keep sprint hopping with the knife out. Because the draw time is so quick, you can make yourself a difficult target and then just switch to the weapon of your choice before you hit the ground. The more complex you make the movement mechanics of a game, the easier you have to make the shooting mechanics. Time to kill in this game heavily relies on headshots. With a tiny head hitbox, relatively fast movement, and complex shooting mechanics, the game can feel frustrating. I found it best to go for headshots against static players and players who were engaging me, but to go for body shots on players who were just jumping around. Be warned, in its current state there's a lot of glitches. Here's my ammo counter randomly going down, and here's me and another player knifing each other and both dying. I'm looking forward to Battle Nonsense doing a netcode review. The weapon roster is as bland as Applebee's. So here's a futuristic sci-fi space power suit themed universe. I know, let's make the weapons the Desert Eagle, the P90, and the AK-47. So you have a Desert Eagle that functions as every other Desert Eagle in every other game, except this one is a space Desert Eagle, because we made it glowy. Think of the possibilities given the setting. How about a plasma launcher that eats through shields, or a railgun with delayed explosive rounds, or a Tesla pistol that slowly damages enemies with electricity at closer distances? The art style varies wildly, from breathtaking vistas to bland repeating textures to the generic Walmart brand player models, though the player models do make for good target recognition. The cosmetics are also something we've seen before. If you told me these were the patch notes for new Counter-Strike skins, I'd have no reason to doubt you. The inventory system is more streamlined. You have specific slots for specific item types. For example, you can only carry a maximum of 3 healing items. You also can't stockpile ammunition. You can only carry a maximum amount of each ammo type. This is a satisfying improvement to the genre. It removes the tedium of inventory management and puts a cap on how much stuff you can acquire. This only works with the increased pacing of the game. You're more focused on the combat itself. The pacing of this game is the strongest point. Matches take anywhere from 10 minutes to 15 minutes, and you're always doing something. Even in the warm-up, you're doing something. As an early access Kickstarter title, I'm cautious about Islands of Nyne. As it exists right now, it's not worth the $25 price point, but the game does have potential due to its great pacing and skill-based mechanics. I would recommend this game for players who enjoy Battle Royale and the concept of Battle Royale, but have been put off by the newbie mechanics of Fortnite and the slow pacing of PUBG. Thank you folks very much for watching. I am TheWarOwl, and I still have no closer. This part of the game then gets like, oh, enemies. No, it was just a shoot.